Please, no. We are staying up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it there, mate.
I mean, yeah, I think we all saw it. We all saw it happen yesterday. Tottenham managed to rescue a point at Anfield. Richarlison equalising right at the very end. I think, yeah, Max, there's not many questions I could ask about Liverpool. How did you react to losing? No, not losing.
Should have lost.
Giving up.
Should have lost.
Giving up.
That's the first point.
Richie hat.
Second half is absolutely clueless.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was. I don't know what we're trying to do in the second half. We scored a free kick. I thought we had a good first half. You know, we didn't have the best first half. I didn't think we were bad. I thought we were pretty good. It's like the whole team just shifts. And like I said, we've gone from playing this heavy metal football, you know, not letting teams play their football, and now we're just playing smooth jazz. We're playing like Soul Brothers. It's just like it's just so slow, there's no intent. And Dominic Szoboszlai hits the nail on the head. We right now we don't deserve Conference League. We don't deserve Europe.
So you get rid of Slot.
Not good enough. Look, I've been nice to Slot for a while. But if we do not make Champions League football because of results like this, he has to go and bring in Xabi Alonso, because that is pathetic. We've spent £500 million on players. We have one of the best squads. We're one of the best teams when they're on form in the world. Let's be honest. When they're on form, that has to be one of the best teams in the world.
Especially on paper.
My gosh, we look terrible. The changes didn't work. Rio and Gamoa did, fair enough, but the rest of the changes didn't work. Joe Gomez was horrific at centre-back. Andy Robertson was horrific, which I hate to say, but he was pretty terrible. I mean, Dominic Solanke, like I said, had Gomez's number all day.
Bullied him.
Well, he bullied him. And that's why centre-back's our main priority. Look, just really, really bad. Really bad.
Tottenham they're still in a bit of a bad situation with relegation over their heads potentially. But I think results like that at Anfield are exactly what you need to avoid going down.
Look, people are going to laugh at us because we're celebrating a draw, right? But it's quite funny. I read online that, you know, Arsenal fans, like there was like Theo Baker saying, look at him celebrating for a draw. Firstly, if they drew at Anfield, they would celebrate, especially if they scored in the last minute too. Any team would. Let's get your head around the bush here. Like, it's not hard. You're going to celebrate. You scored a last minute goal at Anfield to get a point.
Arsenal lost at Anfield this season. So
every point matters right now for us. Every single point. And with West Ham getting a point, Forest getting a point, Leeds getting a point. That was a crucial point for us. That was crucial. That's, put us back up just a point above relegation. Got Forest on the weekend, which if we get 3 points there, I generally believe that's our season safe. I generally have a hope that that's our season safe. But that point was so big. And we should have won. If we didn't get a point out of that game, the one thing was, that was one of those games where if we somehow came out of that game 1-0 loss, we could have our heads felt a little bit higher as Spurs fans, just by the performance. We tried. We really tried. We showed fight, which I hadn't seen for God knows how long. We showed a bit of fight. As Max said about, wow, downhill.
Oh, no way.
But as Max said about the Liverpool game being slow though, the slow tempo, I think, and like what you were doing in the second half, I think what actually happened in that second half, and Match of the Day broke it. I don't know if you watched Match of the Day, but they broke it down so right.
Yeah, they did.
In that first half, we were passing out the back. We didn't have the player. We had Dracusin. I'm sorry, he's terrible, by the way. He's the worst defender I've ever seen. But besides that, right, we were passing out the back. We didn't have the players able to pass out the back. Liverpool pressed us down. They trapped us at Anfield. We're just giving them the ball back over and over again. Second half, we used what we had what we have in our squad right now is big strikers. That is what we have. And we're playing a 4-4-2, which I'm glad we actually played, because when you're in a relegation battle, that's what you just need. Just stick simple, 4-4-2, right? And use your big strikers. And we have two. We don't just have two big strikers. We have two quality strikers in the likes of Richarlison and Solanke. And in that second half, I mean, they did it a little bit in the first half, but in that second half, we were just playing long balls. It was instead of going past at the back, Fikayo was just obviously I'm pretty sure Igor said something to him in his changing room. And fair play to him, hoof the ball up, right? Win these headers, win these second balls. And that's what we were doing. And as Max said, Solanke bullied Joe Gomez. Richie was actually bullying Van Dijk, to be fair to him. They were struggling, the back two.
But in a blunt way of putting it, and excuse my language, we're a shitter Arsenal. You put us under the cosh, we're crap.
And
we are
that's all.
crap.
And it's like the goal too. The goal was the second ball.
I'm gonna list one result that was a good result this season. Newcastle put us under the cosh for half an hour, and they dominated us. We had nothing.
I was down 10 men as well.
1-0 down. They took the tempo off, and we played well, but we weren't put under pressure. Every game where we've been put under pressure, even with Wolves, was it a week or so ago, midweek?
Yeah,
well, it's 2 weeks now. Anyway, we were put under the cosh, and look what happened. Look what happened. We lose to bottom of the table. It is just pathetic, and that's why I think Slot's job is in trouble, because every time I think teams going forward have to look at this, and you've got to, if you take us on and you put us under pressure, we crumble. We absolutely crumble.
Yeah.
And then looking back onto Spurs now, obviously, huge result at Anfield. But Reece, before the match, there was growing talks about Igor Tudor potentially getting sacked but getting replaced already, even as an interim manager. But do you think he's sort of? I mean, I know you've got the Champions League this week against Atletico Madrid. It looks like he'll be heading out. But do you think even if you do get knocked out of the Champions League, that could be exactly what Spurs need to gain momentum into the Premier League survival fight?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's going to be less games. Obviously, I got him knocked out, but I'm even watching Sunday. A lot of the problems this season, and a lot of the Spurs fans will have moaned about, is there's been no fight from these players. And Tudor said during the week, in the last couple of games, he said it. He wants players that are going to show up and fight. If they don't want it, he has no interest on them being on his shit, which is fine. And I've seen lots of things about the players don't like him. He's not trying to build bonds, which I probably should try and.
He's only got 8 games. It's not really his problem to build bonds right now.
He's there to do a job, but also he's, as much as he's not building a bonds, he's clearly got something into him, because those players on Sunday fought, and they wanted to stay up in this league.
Yeah.
And even if we go out Wednesday, which obviously right now it looks like I think it's been a lot closer than a lot of people expect.
The first game was. The first game was a lot closer.
That 5-2, it wasn't a 5-2 game.
It's 2-2.
We fell over 3 times, and it shouldn't have been a free kick. That's 4 of their goals. On another day, don't happen.
And the slip.
And to be fair, I would say, going off the stats and the actual game, it was a 2-2 game.
Yeah.
It was a 2-2 game. It wasn't a 5-2 ever.
Atletico didn't do anything that really made me worried.
No.
And all the Liverpool game has, I think, listen, maybe it's a bit stupid to say, but I think that Liverpool game has probably changed our season now. Those players, you can see there is some belief in that side now. To go to Anfield, obviously, Liverpool have been poor this season, but to go to Anfield with 13 senior members missing.
I mean, we had a shorter bench. We had 2 less players to bring off the bench in Liverpool.
Yeah, we didn't even fill a bench. We didn't fill our bench. We've brought on Olasesi and Rosewell. We should never be going to Anfield in the state we're in, getting a point, let alone deserving 3.
We've actually kept these guys up.
You have. And
you've given us the confidence.
You've changed our season.
You have.
There is a confidence in that team, and even if we go out Wednesday, we go out.
But if we go out fighting,
we go out fighting. That fighting, that is the one. Wednesday is just gonna build confidence either way.
We need to just get that confidence for the weekend. That's what we need. We just need to know we're getting with our heads held high.
We're going to be flying for Sunday. And I don't think a lot of these players are going to be focusing on Sunday's game yet. I think they're all going to be fully focused, and Tudor as well will be fully focused on this Champions League game. Because of Sunday's result, there is that little bit of belief. And listen, I wasn't able to go because it was Mother's Day, but my mates that have tickets, they said there is that belief between the fans and the players. To get that feeling is back, because there was a big discontent with the fans and players, and you can see it slowly coming back. And well, I think this week could be a big week for Spurs, and it's exciting. They're like, even talking to other Spurs fans, we're all kind of saying the same thing, that there is a little bit of feeling where something can be positive out of this week.
And then the better players start. Kudus is going to be back in April. Romero will be back from his concussion.
Romero
will
and
be back from
Palhin's back tomorrow.
suspension. The only thing we got to do is keep these strikers fit. I think they are our most crucial thing going forward. The fact that we've got 3 fit strikers is massive for us right now.
It's Richarlison, and it is. I don't want it to sound
reactionary. I think it's Solanke as well. Even having Mawani came off the bench.
For me, it's all Richarlison. Like, Solanke had a good game. Mawani obviously gets the assist, but for me, I've been saying it for a while. It's just Richarlison's the only one there that's been in this relegation dogfight.
And he always fights.
He's been there. He saved Everton as a club. Like, he literally saved Everton. And it's going to be the same this week. I think and bearing in mind, everyone says, Richarlison's a purple patch player. Well, he's got his goal now. If that purple patch starts again,
this is a good time for it to happen. If he has a good 4 games, I'm happy with that. He just needs a good 3-4 games running. And Solanke's scoring goals as well. Mawani got an assist. They're all contributing.
It might click at the right time for us. And that is it. That is literally it for us.
Arne Slot, right?
Oh.
Do you think, because obviously it looks like, you're still in the Champions League. Galatasaray 1-0 deficit. You could, go on to beat them at Anfield tomorrow. Is it tomorrow?
Wednesday.
That's not actually a bad result. 1-0 away against Galatasaray.
No,
but it's the same Liverpool who are scared shitless about Karabag. So let's just get that round.
I did say I'd take a 1-0.
But my question is, because obviously, if you do go through, and then you'll probably face PSG in the quarterfinal. But say, if you don't win anything this season, and also if you qualify for a Conference League position or less, do you think that's the end for Slot?
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. If he doesn't win anything as Conference League, get him out the door. He can go. He can show himself out, because
I think he's got
the squad he's got, the players he's got.
Yeah.
You can't be Conference League with that squad. You can't. Because it's not like we look good either. We don't look good. We're not. When we're playing, when we're winning games, West Ham game we're in 5-2. That game is not 5-2. If you watch that game, it's not. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel like a 5-2. It just feels so like self-inflicted from West Ham. The performances haven't been good enough this season. And I was going to say, put all of our eggs now and put all of them in the basket in the Champions League and the FA Cup, or not even the FA Cup, because I think we're going out anyway. To say it just. But to answer your question, Conference League, and if we don't win anything, he's got to go. He has got to go.
I think he's going to get sacked either way. I think no matter what happens this season, I think because
he's got to go. Yeah, but just that in terms of Conference League, he's got to go. Like I'm going to stick to my standpoint before. If we make Champions League, you have a meeting with him at the end of the season, similar to what United did with Amorim in mid-season. Do that at the end of the season. See where the headspace is at. If we're on 2 different wavelengths, then he can walk. But if we get Conference League, then he just show him like the front door's there, mate. Show yourself out.
Yeah, I think Liverpool, they're in a bit of a mess at the moment. He could still technically have a good season. But it just
if we could win the FA Cup and secure top 4, and that's a good season, like considering where we were. So, and I think he will keep his job if that happens. But these months are crucial because, like I said, it could be a great finish to the season. Like we could have a trip to Budapest. You never know what happens. This is Liverpool in the Champions League. Anything happens. But on the other end of the spectrum, it could be a nightmare where we don't get Champions League. It could be a nightmare. So it's an important 2 months for Mr. Arne Slot, definitely.
No, but I think all of us would love a trip, apart from Faisal. All of us would love a trip to Budapest in the Champions League. But I think your run even to the final, similar to Chelsea. You're probably going to face PSG in the next round. Then it's going to be either Real Madrid, Manchester City, or Bayern Munich.
But Liverpool in the Champions League's different gravy. It sounds stupid, but if you're not a fan of Liverpool, you won't understand. Like, we can be in any year of the Champions League, and I feel confident that we can go all the way every year. 2005, perfect example. Played against a great Juventus team, beat them. We played against the best team in Europe, probably the second, if not the best team in Europe at the time, Chelsea. Ghost goal, don't care. It was a goal. Luis Garcia, get in there. And then obviously beat one of the best teams of all time in one of the best games of all time. So anything could happen, but like I said, it could be really good or it could be a really crap way to end the season. Same thing could happen with Spurs. Spurs could stay up with flying colours and, they could put great performances in. Tudor walks out the door, feeling he's done a good job, and then they get a manager and they go up, they do whatever, but then they could get relegated.
Off the back of the win in Budapest.
Yeah, mate. You're what is that? You're in your dreams.
Back to back, baby. Back to back.
What game's that? Is that relegation playoff?
European champs, double champs.
More trophies than you.
Faisal, I'm pretty sure you're loving what's happening at Liverpool right now.
100%.
But what do you think has gone wrong for the club? Because I think it started, obviously, the poor form is one thing. Then you had the whole Mo Salah situation is another thing. And then you could even argue, the business in the transfer window, overspending to crazy amounts. But if you had to pick one thing, or maybe something you thought of yourself that has gone wrong for Liverpool this season, then what would that be?
I can say on three elements, actually. Okay. So I'll give you a hat trick here. This starts all the way back from appointing Slot. I'm not saying Slot is crap. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with him as a manager, but he's not a Liverpool standard. He came in, he inherited a Klopp side. Klopp brought Liverpool to where they are right. This is still Klopp's Liverpool, but the remnants of it is fading away slowly. It's like a candle. It's it's just almost burnt out. So there's the first point there. The board brought in the wrong manager, or they either approached the manager in a wrong way. And I know Klopp did give his blessing, but it doesn't really mean much. He can give his blessing to anyone in this world, and they would still be in the same scenario. They needed a bigger manager with a stronger presence, and he'd be able to bring more attractive players towards the club. I know that's not Liverpool style, but
said this. Hansi Flick didn't have a job. Why wouldn't you offer him a contract? Another German manager with passion, another manager who plays heavy metal football. It just made so much sense.
I think you're being harsh.
Yeah, but hold on. Hansi Flick wouldn't have used the dodgy inhalers.
Sorry, Faisal.
No, but I'm sorry, but I still think you're being harsh. What ifs, what that? The guy still came in and won you a league.
I'm not denying that.
You can't be what if? We could have got Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick might come in.
But I feel any manager that would have came in probably would have won us the league. Okay, if we'd appointed Dean Brennan from Barnet, maybe we wouldn't won the league. But
don't disrespect him, man. It's the goat.
But yeah, I know he is the goat. Trust me, he is the goat. But Faisal's got a point. This was Klopp's team. It's still Klopp's team, and we're seeing it fading away by the football we're playing. We have got Arne Slot football, and it is crap. It is crap football. It's not enjoyable. We take the piss out about Arsenal being set-piece FC. We're set-piece FC. All we do is score a free kick. We play against one of the worst teams in the league on form. The worst Spurs team of all time in form-wise. The worst of all time. And all we can score is a deflected free kick off the goalkeeper.
But to be fair, how can you beat a team that has R9 in?
Just get out, Reece. Just get out.
On to the second one before we start scrapping each other.
Get out of it.
Oh, okay.
Get out
the
of
second
it.
one being, I think as well, the second blunder that Liverpool has made, and it's not the club now, it's the fan base. If this was United, you would not hear the end of it. You would hear people just rioting, doing the most about it. There's I don't hear much uproar we have a Mark Goldbridge. We have we have a Saeed. We have so many people on the platform who are able to speak up on our behalf and make that noise and make that presence. We have ex-players, Rio Ferdinand.
Expressions.
Yeah. These don't have expressions. Who do you man have who's able to make that noise?
Anfield agenda.
Listen,
what are you doing?
No, but like Anfield agenda's just gonna start whinging and moaning.
And that Morley guy. This guy needs to get out. This guy
He's not expressions. Come on, he's not expressions.
He's not got that level pizzazz, that
Can I make one point to that though as well?
Yeah.
I feel that because we had Klopp for so long, we haven't been in a position like this where we've felt unsure about a manager. Like even when Klopp was playing, even when we were at our worst with Klopp, like losing 7-2 to Villa, we obviously still had full confidence we still have full confidence in Klopp. And now just we draw against Spurs, which doesn't sound bad on paper, but you know,
Max,
Max,
what was worse, 7-2 Villa or 1-1 Spurs?
7-2 Villa. That's not even a question.
Max,
overall, obviously, like Klopp was never under any sort of pressure at all at any point in his career
7-2
at the club. Yeah,
Max,
and your point is losing 2-0 in the Champions League final isn't good either, is it?
Oh, here we go.
We didn't have Richarlison.
Oh, yeah. Get Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Who needs Harry Kane?
We're going to end the show here.
Yeah.
But yeah, Liverpool have got a very interesting week ahead because
we haven't even talked about Chelsea's transfer ban. That's just biased, JP. I'm sorry.
Yeah, where's that gone to?
Who's Chelsea going to sign in that
Wait, JP, can we... Wait, let's just make this quick. Let's just hear JP.
Didn't you get like a ban from the academy ban as well?
JP, can we just be
You're ruining people like Max Darwin.
Boys.
I'm being funny. We got to go back in time and send Hazard and Willian to Spurs then, because we're going to have a league titles.
This is what we got to do. We're going to make this nice and quick because JP wants to sum it up. JP, sum up that transfer ban and what you think as a Chelsea fan. Go. We all know what we think as a fan base ourselves.
Dirty cheats. That's what it is.
Yeah, we all know what we think, but what does Chelsea fan think? Let's see.
Look, what I will say about this, what Chelsea done is we actually voluntarily admitted to what we did. We voluntarily admitted to the hidden payments. And we held our hands up and said, yeah, we were in the wrong. And also, it's a suspended transfer. It's suspended transfer ban, so we can still do transfer business, but we just can't.
Yeah, you'll just do it between Toulouse and you.
Oh, like Barca did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
voluntarily.
yeah, I mean, and also we got the hefty fine as well. 10.4 million. I don't know how we're going to cope.
I'm going to be honest. That's not your club fine, though. That's like transfer.
You broke the law, but it's okay. You admitted it.
That does affect a bit towards PGML. That's not just like your owners are being fined. That's the club fine. So that's quite 10.4 million. Is still a little bit.
West City.
If they don't get Champions League football, it can be a bit of like a money thing. Like, so they have to sell.
I think it's so good at Chelsea. They broke all the rules, cheated like pure scum that they are, and then they owned up to it, so it's all right.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it happens. Now we just need Arsenal to own up, and we also need City.
Yeah, Steven Gerrard needs his Premier League. Thank you.
No, I mean, I was trying to avoid Chelsea chat as much as possible, and I almost got away with it. And
who brought up?
Matt.
And
Liverpool's still rubbish, but
yeah. No, I mean, Chelsea in the league, we lost against Newcastle, wasn't it?
Hey, not again. Come on, let's give it.
Come on, you Geordies.
Cheating and still losing.
Come on. Away the lads.
That right there.
Away. So, I think... Chelsea's top 4 hopes are a bit up in the air as well.
It's looking good over there. Justice gets served once and for all. There we go.
And Tottenham fans, you still won't be getting Hazard and Willian, I think.
Run me my league title.
I want my trophy back. I want my trophy back.
Listen,
You
you
know-
know,
you know
The thing is, you've been fined by the Premier.
Hazard,
Do you know what's
Hazard
funny,
never scored
JP?
that goal.
You've been fined by the Premier
Yeah,
League, but now you've also got to look at clubs that are going to fine you guys, because Tottenham will come in
Yeah,
and fine you guys for, not only the
Mate, look-
transfer business, but costing them
Best
potentially a
believe
trophy
we're
too.
bringing back Daniel Levy just to do this.
Yeah. Daniel Levy, a hassle you guys. You lot be bankrupt by the time you left with Daniel Levy.
No, we'll be prepared for whatever
That guy will
happens.
probably
But what I
somehow
will
become
say,
chairman of Chelsea by the end of that negotiation.
but what I will say though, this whole Chelsea stuff, the whole Chelsea stuff, and getting suspended transfer ban has happened very quickly, and a team that's gone under the radar massively over the
Yeah,
past
but it's
nearly
because
2 years.
I have been reading into this because obviously
They just have better lawyers.
they have so many, JP, on a real, they have so many charges that it generally takes a very long time for them to proceed with
What
an
is this
all.
City?
And once
That's it.
it will unfold, it will be bad. We know it will be bad. Everyone knows. And look how bad yours is, and yours has just had that bit. Theirs will be bad, but they have. You already had a few charges. They've got 120 charges. It's going to take them so. You got to remember, they got to go for each charge at one time. It's not just like 5 charges, 10 charges quickly. Each charge takes. Look how long your charge took. It was only, how many charges did you have?
We had quite a lot that we held our hands up to. So,
But
yeah.
you also handed in the evidence. You held your hands up. City haven't held their hands up either. So you got to think there's more of a court case there. They've also got to get guilty. Plead guilty. There's a lot more.
I actually think that Pep knows what's going on.
Yeah,
So when he's going to escape it, so that he will leave, and then it's all going to get.
And the players know. I think the whole club know.
Yeah.
They're escaping.
I mean, Haaland has got a 10-year contract on that, so if it's going to buy that off them, it's going to really.
I'm going to be honest. Once the fine happens, he'll push out. He'll push a move out. It's all going.
It's not about the fine. I don't think the fine's going to be like that much. I think the biggest punishment they'll get is the point deductions.
All the way to Vanarama.
They could get relegated.
Yeah.
They could get given a relegation ban. I know.
But isn't it like all their Premier Leagues will get annulled?
No. I think look, because
No, give Steven Gerrard a Premier League.
I know, Max, but you have to give. At the end of the day, they might have cheated, but it's still performance on the pitch. Those players earned the trophy. Those players on the pitch earned the trophy.
I don't think Gerrard and Suarez would get one. Because I think
No,
it's from 2015
No,
onwards.
it has gone. It went back that far.
Did it go back? Oh, fucking hell.
It went back that far.
I mean, either way, it's just they're not going to go hand. It's like with Chelsea. Like, if Chelsea got done that bad, they're not going to hand us a Premier League for it. Like,
And then we can finally end the Lampard Gerrard Scholes debate.
Lampard's better because he's got.
Lampard is still better.
No, I'm not. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We'll be here for another hour.
We'll make that as a discussion for the next one. But look,
I'm taking David Bentley.
What I will say though, before we just end the show, Gerrard only has himself to blame. The slip at Anfield, the Crystal Palace, Selhurst Park being 3-0 up. Those are moments where, yes,
You don't deserve the league if you do that.
Talk to the hand, JP, because right now.